Alright, thank you for joining. Today I wanted to go over Starknet USDT on the Bybit chart. So it's been a while since I went over this project. Obviously, as you can see, it's just been in a massive downtrend for quite some time. Now, all season is starting to pick up again, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some bullish price action happening on Starknet, especially because as we zoom in here, you'll notice that it's pretty much starting to do almost like a bottoming pattern, right? So very similar to what happened back here a year from now. A year in the past. You'll see price sold off, tried to pump, sold off, and then spent a good amount of time down here before having a nice little impulse, right? And that was between pretty much from August to November, right? Now we're pretty much in this August, September, October, November time frame. So 1 year later, will we still get the same move? I'm not exactly sure, but I am liking this accumulation distribution zone that we happen to see happening right here, right? Let's go ahead and highlight that a little bit better. So just to start off, I wanted to go over the previous levels. All right, so let's go ahead and turn those on. I haven't updated those in quite some time. Let's go ahead and start with the monthly. So the previous month is still intact. August is not over yet. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the weekly. And as you can see here on the monthly, we spent basically 5 months between 9 cents to 19 cents. So definitely an accumulation distribution pattern happening. Now let's go ahead and see what's been going on last week. So last week, highs and lows. As we zoom in here, that's the low, that's the high. But as you can see, each time the prior high is being defended, right? So very bearish on the weekly, locally. But as you can see, the difference between this low and these two lows, clearly you can see these two lows are very close to each other, just showing that there is some sort of buying interest at this level so far, right? Something to keep an eye on. So 12 cents, around the 12 cents area, there is buying pressure around that range. Now let's go ahead and jump into the daily time frame here. So this was a previous day high, previous day low, and to be honest, I don't really like keeping these on the chart that long, just because it's, I don't really like keeping on the chart because I like to look at the higher time frame when making a decision, right? You really want to keep the previous day high, previous day low on the chart if you're doing some day trading. So for instance, yesterday's high, which was Saturday's high, price broke above, tried to stay above, failed auction, came back below, tried it one more time, another failed auction, and now we're just hovering right below previous day high. So if you're day trading, you can say, okay, every time price comes in from yesterday's high, I'll short it because it is showing some weakness, which it is. But locally, it is also showing some strength because you do have buyers at this level clearly stepping in, right? Supporting it right there. Now, if you start to break below this level, then you can start to aim for these lows right around here, right? And then possibly these lows afterwards. So just something to keep in mind. But since we're doing a higher time frame analysis, let's go ahead and zoom out again. I'm gonna hide this excuse me, I'm gonna hide this previous day high and low for now. Right, just so we can see what price is doing based on last week's price action. Let's go back to the weekly here. All right, so it is marked. Let's go ahead and jump into the 4 hour. All right. Let's move this down a little bit just so you can see the weekly low. So last week's low. Actually, let's go ahead and look at the previous month, right? So we're towards the end of August, so this will update slightly, not much, right? So it's going to come down to here and down to here. But as you can see, we are just stuck in between last month's high and low. So definitely an accumulation distribution pattern happening. Even if we were to, let's just say, mark this low here as a very significant low, you can see price came down. There was a manipulation of the lows, price came back above, held this low pretty strong before impulsing higher, taking out some prior highs, right, before coming back down and retesting those same lows. So this is definitely a very important range, and I wouldn't really be expecting price to move higher unless we clearly break out of this range, right? Once you start trading above this range, then you can start to aim for these highs right around there, right? And that's about a 30% difference from these highs, but from current price action, you're looking at around 50% increase in price. Now, what do I think will happen locally? No one really knows, right, in trading, but based on price action, as you can see here, let's go ahead and remove this and remove this just so it's a little bit cleaner to see. Price came up, came down, tested the lows, came back up, failed to test these highs, and is now moving down again. Tested these lows, building a support zone right here around 12 cents. So as you can see, we did technically take these lows right here, very, very barely, right? Like very little. So in my opinion, there's still a bunch of liquidity at these lows, and as you can see, price came up, rejected off this previous distribution zone above, right? So it came up, tapped the level, and rejected. So in my opinion, I would actually be expecting price to make another move to the downside first, take up some of this liquidity before possibly moving to take out those highs, possibly even previous month's highs, right? So I'm expecting, or I would like to see it move down first before going higher. Right now, it's pretty much like a no trade zone, in my opinion, just because it's not, you're not really close enough to the lows. You're not by the highs, so you can't really think about a short trade. And you want to long from the lows and short from the highs. So right now, it's just about being patient and seeing where price action will go to. Which could take, a day or two. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. Tomorrow is Labor Day, so price action should be pretty weak tomorrow. But as of right now, it doesn't really seem like there's a trade to be made. But if we come down, take some liquidity of these lows, hold this level, right? So hold this level, just showing that buyers are still interested. Then I'd be interested more in taking a long to take out last week's highs, possibly last month's highs, right? So that would be the smartest trade, in my opinion, 20% pump. So let's just see how this plays out. That's pretty much it. It's a very interesting project. It's been dying pretty much since it's launched, but it is seen to be finding a bottom here. Like it does seem to be in a accumulation pattern, right? It's just been down here for quite some time. We're talking about since April. It's about 5 months, 6 months of just accumulation without any major price movements. So it is something to keep an eye on there. All right. So if you have any questions or if there is a project you'd like to see in the chart, leave a comment below, like and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on X as well. All right. At Navitility. Thank you for watching. Take care. And until next time.